People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. Sorry about that. Toothbrush. Just ate lunch. And even though I now wear dentures, I still have a need to brush my teeth. I now do it differently. I don't use toothpaste when it's the dentures. And I don't brush my teeth longer than a minute, so I have a toothbrush that actually lights up for 1 minute. And it's a Hello Kitty toothbrush, yay. But what I do is I take some plain water, hold on, and I dust it across my teeth for any place that I know got caked up, like when I eat something with pasta or greens, like a salad, so forth and so on. Yeah, that's not a good look when you're going back to church and, your dentures stay in all day. And just a swish with some water is not necessarily going to take care of the problem. So you just, dip your toothbrush in some water, swish it around. Look, that's still flashing my purse. You swish it around very lightly, go in between, kind of like you would a toothpick, except for it's not a toothpick, it's a toothbrush. And I just get the perimeter and the inside or any place I know is going to be problematic. And then when I get home, then, and I'm done for the night, then I could take them out, give it a proper thorough cleaning and disinfecting with the denture bath and all that. So now you know. And if you have the same issue, now you know you can do something about that. I've seen someone take a paper towel, wrap it around and go like this. I tried that when I first got dentures. The little bit of liquid, I mean, it don't take a lot of liquid, but just a little bit of liquid that's stuck on your teeth. When you try that, you get these little pieces of the fibers from the paper towel, especially if it's a cheap napkin, that gets stuck in your mouth. You don't want that. Anyway, I wanted to show you my new tote bag made from my business card. Is that cute or what? And then, of course, I have new cards and a oopsie. I'm going to show you those now. Okay. Because the oopsie is technically my fault. And I'm going to show you what I mean. This is my business card. Let's see if we get it in the light without the shadow. Black here, purple here, the rest is black, and my purple butterfly logo with some water and bubbles erupting because purple butterfly soaps. And I almost didn't notice, but even the reflection is shaped kind of like a butterfly. I thought that was cool the first time I seen it, so that became what I chose. And of course, that's how they made this. And this is a pretty good size for a logo bag. It's actually the same size as my usual valise. The only difference is one has a handle, which makes it easier to handle. And then we have the oopsie. Those are my labels. See something different about that? It's supposed to be looking exactly like that. But what had happened was I failed when I made these. I put in there a text box field that I specifically colored purple. Well, this was an existing card, and I added Purple Butterfly because at the time that these existed originally, Purple Butterfly Soaps was not a division of Aftertooth Unlimited at that time, simply because I hadn't started it yet. And I mean, that tells you how long ago that was because I printed out the labels a couple of years back. Okay. And then when I finally ran out, when it was time to reorder, I added that part and turned it purple. But I forgot that that was a text field that was separate. So now both of them are purple, where it says Aftertooth Unlimited Gift Shop, which is a division. Well, Purple Butterfly Soaps, which is a division of Aftertooth Unlimited Gift Shop, but they're both purple. If I had thought about it, I would have changed the Aftertooth Unlimited blue, left the Purple Butterfly Soaps purple, and then left everything else dark. So that way one matches the other. See, there's blue and purple in both of these. Excuse me. But in the meantime, that oopsie is almost like an improvement because it gives a more congruent look with, hold on, see that? And I do need to reorder these. So I'm thinking put it to a vote. Which would you rather? The purple at the top for both the Aftertooth Unlimited and the Purple Butterflies, or the way I had it originally, where the Purple Butterfly Soaps is the only thing that's purple. Let me know, because that's what I'm going to do the next time around. In the meantime, my bag is always going to look like that because guess what? That's the only one. And I'm not going to order another one. If I change my logo or whatever again, I'll just take this side, flip it over, decorate that side. Which is kind of how I got this. This looked like this, all boring and bland. And this is what I did to it. Y'all recall that in a previous video. And people ask me that all the time. Does that glitter get all over your hand? Nope. Because the way I did it, that glitter is embedded within the Mod Podge, and then it's been sealed. And then after I painted and sealed it, then I went over it with a simple spray of oil and then buffed it in, then wiped it off. So that gave it a curing effect. Kind of like when you have your nails done, right before they have you wash your hands, they have you wipe your hands off with some cuticle oil. Well, that's there to buff out any roughness and to cure the service before you complete the service. So basically it cures the chemicals that they use to get that roughness, to get the nails on there. Then you wash your hands and it keeps it from being all crunchy. And then when they go do the polishing and all that, it also helps cement the polish on for a longer amount of time. And that's also, it's a technique you use for other crafts too. So I just happen to remember at the time I made that. So that way I don't have to do that. How do I get that to shine? It's just going to be a matte finish. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, thought I'd share that. This has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Bye now.